Tony thing, the outsider. Like I'm a
Hey,
huge fan, brother. Seriously.
thanks, man.
Hello, Mr. Outsider. Welcome on this rainy day.
How do you
We
go
are live here in the segment studio.
All I can see is the screensaver.
It's the beautiful windows. Johnny U. We got Johnny U from Miami just entering the house right now. We have TrailDogs, one of the TrailDogs, Mr. Isaiah Bernstein, coming into the studio as well. Right now, we currently have the camera looking out the window over the Pacific Ocean as the water drains out.
Yeah, we're going live.
We're going live. We are going live. We're going to
Out of
also,
nowhere.
folks, if you are popping on, go ahead and grab a seat.
Yeah, does anyone see this? I don't even know if anyone sees me going live.
Oh, look at this. I see Adam Mock is entering the studio.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Mock, put your hands together.
Adam Mock is here. Lauren is in the studio. We got Steph's MTB says, hey, guys.
Hey, guy.
We're going to turn the camera around here in a second. We're just giving you guys a little bit of that.
We're going live. Going to the segment on the YouTube. We're going live.
Going live.
Outsider MTV, TrailDogs, the segment for some odd reason, me from MTV Q&A.
Yes.
Check it out. I'm live on Instagram right now.
Yes.
Watching.
Adam says, so soothing. So soothing.
I feel like I need a massage, Mark.
All right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to turn the camera around, folks, and pop open the guests to see who's in the studio. Check it out. For this rainy day, Tony DaSilva, the outsider, and Johnny U from Mountain Bike Q&A is joining us. We're going to get rid of this. Oh, how's that? Man.
What's up, music?
Going on, kids?
Hello. Happy Saturday, everyone.
So, Mark, tell us what the hell are we doing here?
We're just hanging out.
This is last minute. I love it.
Yes, this is just one of those things. Like nobody, I don't think, was on the trails today. I'm sure we're all jonesing to be on the bike. And what better way to just kind of hang out, grab a couple folks, grab a few drinks, and jump on the live and interact with everybody. I see. So thank you for joining us. Thank you. I see Air Blair is in the audience tonight. We got Adam Mock.
Hi.
Yes. We got Trail Monster here.
Trail Monster.
The Trail Monster. And Steph from the Patreon group rides there from Tony's Patreon. New Daddy Steph is in the house.
Brand new daddy, newborn daddy.
Yes. For the folks who don't know who is on this screen, we have the outsider Tony DaSilva, and up here we have Johnny U from Miami Mountain Bike Q&A.
What am I doing here?
We're hanging out on this wet day.
I love this.
As far as the trails go, it's been raining like crazy. We got a little bit of the rainstorm late, so some of us were able to sneak out and get a few laps in before the rain started, but now it's just been, there's no riding today. Tony, is it looking like that for where you are too?
Yeah, I've been watching the old Instagram today. Even our local trails here in Orange County, like the Luge, I think had snow at the flag today.
What?
Which is like the lowest I think we've seen. I mean, if you just look around on the Instagram, random people have like snow on their mini ramps and hail here and there. It's cold as hell for here. I mean, here's the thing. I'm from Connecticut. This isn't winter by any means of those standards, but as far as living in Southern California, this is about as wintry as you get.
Yes.
You guys have snow out there.
Snow. Yeah. In the mountains right now, the Sky Park area, Lake Arrowhead, they're under a couple of feet of snow right now. I was watching Brandon's, I don't know if you saw Brandon from Sky Park, his Instagram feed, car is buried right now.
Holy cow.
So they're getting sclobbered, if that's a word.
Yeah.
That's a word. I think it was.
Sclobbered, for sure.
Sclobbered.
Adam Mock is saying snow leopards.
At what point do I stop thanking Adam Mock for my new logo?
You mean?
I don't think I could ever stop. The guy is an incredible human being.
Yeah, that one right there, boys right here. Look at these.
Look at
these. Look at
that's Adam Mock right there. Look at that.
Yeah, Mr. Mock. He's done a lot of the logos. He did
He's incredible.
Johnny
Can't think of it.
U's. He's done this one right here.
What?
Tony?
He did that
Tony?
one too?
He's
Yeah.
done one of
My
mine.
wife has that shirt. She stole it from me. I bought this shirt and she stole it. Oh, what?
Oh,
He's done
Pepper
Pupper
Pip.
Pip. He's a talented young mental athlete. That's what I like to call Adam.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Professional mental athlete.
He
Incredible
is.
human being.
He is. Steph's asking us right now, anyone going to ride anywhere tomorrow? Man,
Hell no.
I wish. I wish.
I wish.
Where
I
would we
wish.
be able to ride? Maybe, Johnny, can we come to Miami? How
I'm
is it
in
over
Miami.
there?
I'm going to go on the boat tomorrow. Funny thing is, we got rid of our dogs this weekend, and we swore we were just going to lay in bed today. That's all we did. We haven't. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. Just spent a day in bed, but we've had since the beginning of the new year, since it's snowbird season here in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
We've had a ton of people every weekend coming and hanging out, and we're just socializing. That was like, I just want a day of doing nothing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
That's
today
good.
was the day.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I stayed in bed till 6 o'clock tonight.
Nice. I'm an introvert, so I'm very social when I want to be, but then once that gets used up, I'm like, leave me alone for a day. I need to like fill back up again.
And breathe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be at a group function, and Tony will do the old, hey, look over there. And then you're like, where'd he go? He didn't even say goodbye.
He's out. Where did he go?
Like,
Half the time nobody notices because it's like a lull moment. I'll just kind of sneak out the back door, and it's like
Right.
saved like 30 minutes of my life not saying goodbye to every single person.
Oh, I admire that, man. I'm one of those guys that spent a half an hour saying goodbye, and you're just
Yeah.
Yeah. There may even be an abracadabra in
there.
there.
You go.
He might be like, abracadabra, poof, and he's gone. Oh, man.
Oh, I've been 2 weeks hanging out outside. We're called ambiverts.
Ambiverts.
Yes, we're both that. We're very good at being social, but we like being alone.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
That's true.
what that means?
Mm-hmm.
We're called ambiverts, a hybrid of extrovert and introvert.
Are
Oh,
you cold, Mark?
Actually, no. This is
You look like you
I literally just
blanket
I literally just got home, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late.
Okay, so you guys were talking about the weather. What kind of degrees are we talking about in SoCal?
It's like 45 in the morning.
Yes.
50s right now.
That is long pants weather for me.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I mean, the summer's super hot, so you don't get to use the jackets very often here. So I'm
Yeah.
not complaining too much, but we're getting so much rain. I mean, I know we need it, and hell, we're in a drought, but we've gone off the trails a lot this winter. Like
Yeah.
we've had some weeks of straight up rainstorms here. Like I don't think we'll be Mark. I don't think we'll be riding this week. Like it's gonna be fine tomorrow, and then the rest of the 3-4 days of the week, it's gonna be raining too.
Yes, exactly. And I've been watching the weather because the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival is like literally around the corner.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to get some pedaling in because they won't, I can't take the decoy out there. So
Get in shape. Get
boy.
the lungs going a little bit, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna be riding just for a little bit, and then I'm gonna be taking a lot of pictures, and then I'm gonna be riding for a little bit more.
Yeah.
Johnny, now have you gotten any of this weather over there in Miami, or is it like summer beautiful right now?
We have this thing called the dome of heat right now.
Oh,
It's supposed to be like almost 90 degrees tomorrow.
what?
Yes. No, I've never shied away on any of my podcasts about how much I dislike the weather down here.
It's humid too, though, right? Or do you get humidity in the winter?
Oh no, it's like riding in the Amazon.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a huge art festival last week, and it's one of the biggest in the country. And it was Saturday, and we're walking around going, "Oh, look at the art! Look at the art!" Just drenched in sweat, and it's just like it's not friendly.
No.
And everyone's like, "Oh, I want to go to Miami. Why? Why? Why do you want to sweat?" I get it because you're in the cold and you want to get some heat in you.
Yeah.
But it's a lot when you're 365, 24/7.
Yeah, no break.
You want to break from it. I've had ideas for us being creators. I've had ideas for doing all these different goofy little reels, and I go out and start doing them, and I'm sweating. And it's like I try to start figuring out how can I do this inside to make it seem relevant. Like I can't even do a reel because I'm drenched. It's horrible.
Not good. Damn.
You got to wear you got to bring out like 3 of the same shirts just so you can look fresh again for the next take.
Well, I got to buy some more segment shirts because my wife has all of them.
I'll send you some. That's so awesome. I love that. I love it. Man, we're getting some creators in here too. Look at this. We got a lot of folks popping in. MTB Nick 316 out there.
It's snowing with him right now.
Yeah.
I guess you guys are all out there.
Yeah, he's in the Loma Linda area. There's a place out there called Holdecrux, and I heard that that's under a blanket of snow, which is crazy to me. Nick, can you confirm that if you are or not? Brett Hall out there by Seal Beach, definitely. I don't think any snow over there by the water, but man, I bet it was raining like crazy.
Just unspoken.
Popping.
I don't know where to put that yet.
Look at that. Ooh, that's the nice one
Everyone's so great.
We got Send It Frankie
coming to you live.
He says it's definitely a hot pot type of night. Sup, all? What's up, Frankie?
It is. My wife's going to be making chili tonight. So
it's
that type of weather.
Is that what hot pot meant?
No. His type of hot pot is different than the one that we're making, I think. He's got a man, it's with the noodles and all the things and the broth. It's like a whole. He's a pretty good cook, I'd say. He went to the Downeyville trip. Frankie was on the hot pot the whole time.
With egg in it.
Throw some egg in there.
Is that what that is? Where you get the hard boiled egg and?
It's like I don't know if I'd call it ramen. Frankie, you should give us some more details.
We need a picture.
Yeah,
we need a picture.
Send over a pic. Maybe we should call Frankie. Frankie, should we call you right now and you can explain to us over the air what is your hot pot?
There you go.
Should I try? Guys, should we try to call Frankie right now?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting you guys are like dinner time where you guys are at. I'm 3 hours ahead. I won't tell you guys what happens.
Tell us. Does Frankie answer? All right, folks. We're gonna try to put a phone call out to Frankie. Let's turn the Bluetooth on. All right, let's see if this mixer mixes. Sending it out to Frankie right now. Here we go.
Tell us what a hot pot is, Frankie.
Frankie, what is a hot pot?
Ooh, that's sexy, Mark.
What's up?
Yo, Frankie, what is a hot pot, my brother?
All right, so a hot pot is like it's basically a social type of dinner. Like, how would I say it? You know, there's the thing that you put cheese in, like, as a dish, like
a grater, a pizza,
fondue,
not a grater,
a fondue,
a fondue. Yeah, exactly.
I won. What did I get?
Imagine,
Johnny won.
Just imagine a fondue, but then it's an Asian type of thing where it's like a social dinner where everybody cooks their raw cabbage, raw meat into a hot pot.
Spicy
so the
too,
Japanese
right?
have their own iteration. Yeah. So the Japanese have their own iteration. The Koreans have their own iteration. And the Chinese, they have their own iteration of hot pot. Like Japanese would call it shabu shabu.
Okay,
yeah.
Sounds good.
But shabu shabu, you cook your meat in the broth,
right?
Cook
your own. Yeah, you cook your own. You have your own bowl instead of a communal sharing.
Got it.
Thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yum.
It's like the melting pot.
Yeah, it is a melting pot. It's a
Oh, okay.
Wow. I'm liking this. So is it like now do you eat it like a soup or is it?
You do. I mean, you can eat it as a soup, and then you have your own like mixing like sauces on the side, depending like soy sauce, chili, how hot you want it, like everything you can imagine you want, and you just cook your food, and then you dip it in your own sauce, and then you just eat it.
Dang, Frankie,
you're making me drool.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's a very social thing too, because people get drunk and party.
Oh,
while there's hot pot.
Horrible.
Frankie, we're coming over. Send that address. we're on our way. For those
Downeyville, like next Downeyville party we have with Tony, I'm gonna bring the hot pot, and then we can all have a social hot pot gathering.
Yeah, you were cooking up a storm though that last day. I remember.
You know, it was good.
Yeah.
It was a perfect place to cook at Downeyville. That place is so awesome.
Yeah. We had our own little backyard area, the grill, and you had your own setup going. We had a circle going. It was nice.
Tony's
It was good. I can't wait till this year.
Tony's a good host.
Mark, you got to get in.
I know. Tony, give a quick
And Johnny,
plug.
you got to come all the way from Florida just to go ride Downeyville. Love it.
Yeah, it's good. So I haven't even. It's a good reminder, Frankie. I got to get on the ball and start talking to them instead of doing it in the spring this year. So basically, through my Patreon, we started last year. We do an annual trip, and we went to Downeyville as a test run, and we had so much fun that everybody just wants to do that every year now. And Downeyville, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I got a great video on the channel, Trail Guide from there. It's a little old mining town from back in the day, a couple hundred years ago, that's reconstructed into the mining trails are now all mountain bike trails, and they're cared after by the Sierra Trail Stewardship. It's a beautiful place. We work with the local community and the local businesses to stay over in the lodging areas, nice hotels, and we go for the long weekend. And we get shuttled up, and we ride back down, and we have the drinks, and we have the foods, and we have the peoples, and it's all fun. There's the plug.
Love it. So we're gonna keep an eye for that. That's usually springtime, approaching the summer. Right?
We're going to do it in the fall, though. We're going to do it a little bit more in the downtime because we went last time. It was the beginning of summer and it was a little dusty. We're going to wait for the end of summer. It's a little bit cooler. It was hot. It was like in the 90s and stuff up there. It gets hot up there in the mountains. So I was unaware. So live and learn.
Ooh, that'll be good. That'll be good. Frankie, thank you for hopping on, my brother, and talking to us about a hot pot. You got some people getting hungry. SoCal Shredder's ordering a pizza. Nick's getting hungry.
The cheese got everybody. The cheese.
Lauren says, the thing you put cheese in, my mouth. She says. Awesome, Frankie. Thanks for popping on, bro.
All right. No problem.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Tony, you actually, we got a couple guys that just popped in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, Isaiah Bernstein from the TrailDogs has joined us. Yo, yo.
Are you outside? Isaiah, you're outside in the freezing cold right now, huh?
I have a fire.
Oh, that's nice.
And he has wicker furniture.
Yeah, and he's a Marine.
That's brand new. That looks beautiful.
That's beautiful.
He's a Marine too. He doesn't feel the cold.
Hey, we have a saying in the Marine Corps: it's pain is weakness leaving the body. So if you're cold, it's just you're getting less weak every second.
Oh man, I'm dead. I
have a lot of weakness leaving my body all the time.
I turned on Call of Duty and I died. We also got another guest who just walked into the studio.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, from Arizona, Mr. Eric, a.k.a. Ripper Ryden. What's up?
Man.
What up?
Yeah.
What up, Eric?
Does everybody know everybody that knows everybody in here?
Yeah, we all know everyone, right?
Just
Can you hear me?
him.
Am I there? Can you hear me?
But yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, you sound good.
So you guys were talking about what was it, like what was Frankie talking about? The
hot pot, not hot box.
Fondue, right?
Yeah, not hot box, hot pot.
Hot pot. Yeah. So funny story about fondue set. Actually, I got one for a white elephant gift like 2 years ago, and I've been holding on to it. And this dude at the party got the gift who got my other crappy gift from the year before 2 years in a row. So it was pretty funny. And it was a fondue set, and he was so mad.
I've got like 6 of them. I've never used them.
I mean, yeah, they're kind of weird. I don't know. They're kind of disappointing because they take forever to eat.
And for the folks who may not know, Eric here is an executive chef. So when he's talking about food, man, I should have had you pop on a little earlier. You would have told us what a hot pot was right off the bat,
right,
Mr. Chef. Oh, man.
Why don't we have him on the trail cooking like after ride meals when he rides with us? That's the question.
Yeah, because I want
didn't
to
even
cook
realize
afterwards.
That. You know what? Or
All
before.
I mean, that would actually be kind of fun, dude. Like to do like a big cookout after a ride somewhere. What we should do is do a giant cookout in Sedona is what we should do.
Ooh.
That'd be rad.
Yes. Sedona. Tony, are you coming to Sedona? I don't think I asked.
Not this time. I'm missing out in this one. I'm going to be planning on my next festival is going to be Bentonville, which I think everyone should go to. I know it's a little bit further, but
That's
Yeah, but it's Bentonville.
yes,
It's on my bucket list, so
that's
I'm
in
trying to get
May,
it.
right?
Yeah, that's rad.
What's that?
That's coming out in May.
May, end of May. Yeah,
Oh,
I think it's the
we're
last
gonna go
week.
to that one.
Yeah, last week of May. YT is going to have a booth there. They're
Amen.
actually doing something else there. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about, but
Oh, let's go. Let's all go.
We
Ooh,
should. Yeah,
press,
that'd be fun.
Can we press Tony for that? What's the something else? It's okay, Tony. I know you signed a
no, I think you know too, Mark. So don't put that up.
Okay, then Mark, what is it?
The ink is still wet on the do not disclose paper contract.
Oh,
Yeah, to be
man.
continued.
Yes, but I've never been there. That would be epic.
Yeah, that would be a
So
dope
epic.
place to go. I've been watching videos on it like for the last year, and it just looks so epic. Like the whole town has just got so much cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
like
I
they
heard
have
that-
buildings you can ride.
Right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
buildings that have places you can ride
Yeah.
in.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, go ahead, Tone.
No, I was going to say, so is everyone here going to Sedona? Are you going too,
No.
Johnny? No?
No,
Oh, you're not
look
going?
at this. Yeah, I got something that I have to do.
I'll be there.
Override
Because I'm
Sedona.
45 minutes
still-
away.
I'm still not on the bike yet, so
Your
this will
brother's
the
gonna be there,
second
though.
year- Yeah, and Nate may be there, and he has a broken hand. 3 of the 5 trail dogs are broken right now.
What?
Jeez.
What?
Yeah,
You should be called
Yep,
the Broke
it-
Dogs.
Yeah,
broke
like,
dogs currently.
The healing dogs. They're healing.
Right?
The
They're healing
dogs.
quick.
if you're not hurting, you're not riding hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're just trying to
I guess
recover
then
from the
I'm-
last time.
Yeah, exactly. So Aaron, he's gonna be able to walk in March, which is good. So he'll be able to at least somewhat walk around out there. And I got clearance to ride a bike once I can put all of my weight on my arm, like doing holding a push-up position. He's like, you can ride like simple trails, and then Nate, once his cast comes off, he should be good.
Oh, man. You guys are
Yeah.
getting beat up.
Yeah.
So, some of those were now we had Aaron's was on film when
Aaron's was bad.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Nate's was on film too.
Yes. At the his was at the Kenda Cup races, right? Out at Velocity.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, he ended up getting the fastest time he's ever gotten on that run with a broken hand.
Jeez.
So that adrenaline just like pushed him, narrowed
Yeah.
the focus, and just go for it.
Was Nate able to complete the series of the Enduro series, or after that run he was out?
After that one, he was out. I think that either was his first or second, but I know that it wasn't the third race of that day. So
Yeah,
unfortunately,
that was on Fat Tire, I believe. Was it not? Or no, not Fat Tire. That was on Bullfrog. I think.
Bullfrog. Yeah, Bullfrog.
Yeah.
But I have the video somewhere. I have to find it.
Man, you guys gotta take care. I mean, everyone's progressing and getting so fast. Especially Nate's been getting really fast in the racing. He's really been progressing and pushing. I mean, last season, I think what did he ultimately get overall? He was just killing the times.
Yeah, he was killing it. And this year he's progressing even more. And right now he's working on cardio since he can't be on the bike. He's running.
Dang.
Yeah. So, I mean, the progression is there. It's just the things that are unpredictable. Nate's was his tires washed out and he landed like this onto a rock and it broke his hand. Aaron's was after a rough or a gnarly trail, and then he was at the very bottom and there was a rain rut, and same thing, his tires went into the rain rut and he put his leg out to stop him from falling, and that's what got him.
Yeah, and that was just a quick, like his foot barely touched. I watched the video and you can't even really tell, but it was enough to.
Yeah, and I was watching it. So actually I was driving up to the parking spot because I was going to drive them back up as it was happening. And then all of a sudden, I don't even see the crash because he didn't land on the ground. He just kept riding. And then once he got to the bottom, just laid down. And I was like, that seems weird. So
Yeah, when he showed the pictures of like what actually happened to his knee.
Yes.
Like I don't remember if it was like an X-ray or something like that. I just remember seeing the picture and it was just like split in like 4
Yeah.
spots. That was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
it's
was brutal.
basically straight leg, and they see it a lot in dirt bikers because they pull out their leg during corners. So
Yeah, it was like this is the lower leg and the calf, right? And it was the upper part by the quad that where the knee is. The kneecap
it was
is
the
right by the
plateau.
kneecap.
It was the plateau of the tibia.
Oof.
So yeah, right above the knee.
Man, dang. Yes, that's
neat.
Yeah, you guys are on the way back though. You guys are on the way back. So what are you doing for content right now as TrailDogs? I know you put out a recent reel of kind of like mountain biking is your life. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, so I've been trying to find different ways to record mountain bike content without actually being on the bike. Luckily, I had enough crashing footage to make that reel from yesterday. But it so at the beginning of the week, it was just I keep seeing reels that I'm like, hey, wash your bike, or the cup one for PRDs, which I had no clue what it was.
There it is.
That
Johnny's
one
got it right there.
That was great. I thought it was so well done.
I was laughing because I didn't know what a PRD was at first either, and then I was actually sitting with Milton and Aaron, and Aaron's like, "Yeah, PRD." I was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Hey, Milton, you know what a PRD is?" Like, "Oh yeah, I know."
How about a PRP?
I learned about PRD like 2 years ago from Bobo. He did like a video on it, and I was dying. I was like, "Wait, that's a thing?"
For those of you who don't know what PRD or PRP is, PRP pre-ride poo. So PRD pre-ride
dump. Yeah.
Yep. It's terrible.
But it's true. Like I was going towards a different way at
DRD.
the beginning. It was gonna be a whole like
Life of Riley says
extra
DRD.
splash.
What is DRD?
During ride dump?
He
Extra.
he put it after. He said extra splash.
During ride dump. During the ride dump. Is that one of those, bro? Where's your sock at, man? How come you got one sock?
Has that happened to anyone here? That's like my worst nightmare.
I don't know. The porta potty on our trails. No, it's not happening.
We still
That's
have
when you
yet
cut the
to
ride
find
short.
the person. Yeah, I know, right? We've yet to find the person that actually was in the video, but one of our biggest videos is somebody pooping on a trail.
That video is so good.
So it's GoPro footage of dropping in and turning a corner, and we edited it because the original footage you can see during ride dump, you know.
Dude, the funniest part about that video is not the guy who's doing it, but the guy who's writing's reaction. Like that's what killed me on it, because he's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it was. He said, "Andale."
What I can't understand about it is that he's doing it literally in the middle of the single track.
Yeah.
Why?
It was
There's no room.
So, some context, right?
It's there.
It was at Holda Crooks in Loma Linda.
It's now where that big tree is, right?
It's right where the big tree is, right? He left
it
his
grew
bike
from
at
that.
the top.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. He left his bike at the top and he walked down the single track, avoided the tree, and took a dump on the single track, and then got caught. And now that video has 27 million views. So whoever this person is, I'm sure he's seen it.
Oh, dude.
He's a mountain biker, so I'm sure he's seen it, and he just has not come forward yet.
That's like where all the followers came from, was that video, dude.
Yeah, that one, honestly, that one and the one of me casing Dylan Stark's jump.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one too, dude.
Yeah, you were screaming that the audio over was you screaming, right?
It was me screaming after that hard hit too. Like,
how many viewers are? Yeah, so we know we were in the millions. How many followers did you get from the DRD footage?
So we got 20,000 from that one.
Whoa!
Oh, good Lord!
So
Damn.
the original, so we had 3,000 in October of 21. And then we posted the one of Dylan Stark, and then we got 20,000 or at like 17,000 from that. We were around 20,000, and then we posted the one of a dude pooping, and it just
Yeah,
shot up. Even
that's
more.
what it takes, man. It's just those
Now I know how to
videos.
get my followers.
Now,
Right?
hey, if you want to
Take a
use the
dump.
video, just use it. You're good.
I gotta go DRD in the trail right now.
Hey, just have somebody ride down the trail after you.
Dude.
Yeah, that happened to me at my last time I went trail riding a week ago. I'm going around a berm and I see this homeless dude, but you can go into the woods. You know what I'm saying? It was like right there.
Yeah.
Pants down to the ankles, everything's showing. He had a bunch of paper in his hand, but there was a guy and his little kid
Oh.
about to ride past him. I go, no, turn around, turn around. And they just kept going. Little kid's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many woods there. Why is it right on the edge?
Yes.
Woods.
Yeah.
You
Take
tried
care
to
of business.
save thousands of dollars of therapy, but they didn't listen.
Mental note: if we're hauling butt down the trail, we crash and we're like rolling towards the edge, just like grab that trail and try not to get to the edge of the trail because you might land in some DRD.
I actually have a similar situation, but it wasn't anything to do with the feces portion.
Well, then we don't want to hear
We were at
That doesn't get you followers.
I know, and now we're at 8,000 followers. No, but we were at Greer, and it was during the summertime, and there was this snake going across the trail, so I had stopped, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to go near the snake," and I couldn't see what type it was. And this guy was hauling down the trail, and I was like, "Wait, there's a snake!" And he just grabs front brake and goes flying over the snake.
Oh God.
And it's just
wow.
I'm like, I will never warn anybody about anything. Like, it just seems to be worse at that point.
Yeah.
Right, you could have landed on it. Gosh,
Yeah.
I was at Greer and I was with one of my buddies was a UFC fighter, and he's like, man, we're climbing up Ascension, and he goes, man, I had some spicy tacos last night. I'm gonna pull over here and do his DRD. But you're with like this UFC fighter, so I'm like, I'm not gonna say a word. And he came out with one sock, and I was just like, don't say it, Mark. Don't say where's your sock. It was a quiet.
You wanted to so bad.
It almost makes it more awkward if you don't, though, isn't it? Just like, like just pretend that didn't happen right there.
Right.
Just make sock jokes for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Your foot chin.
That's what we should advocate for is restrooms at the top of the trail. Just once you get up there, you're like, all right, now's the time.
Ooh,
Right.
no, I'd rather in the woods than a porta pot. 7
Bring
days a week.
some wipies in your pack, your water pack, or whatever
Yeah.
you got. Bring some wipies with you. Make it safe at least. You don't lose a sock.
Right in dirty DRD. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of snakes,
Does anyone travel with wipes in their truck or car? Just
I do.
Dude wipes.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't mess around. Speaking
Well, I
of
have two
snakes, the
kids
last
too,
time I was
so-
on Highline, I saw a rattlesnake, and it scared the crap out of me because it was the first snake I've seen like live in Arizona since I've been here for 5 years.
What?
Yeah, and it was on
That's-
Highline, and I was with Steve, spokesman MTB. We were the day we did Highline together, and we were there, and I'm like, Steve, there's a snake on the trail, and he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, and I was just like kind of looking at it. He's like, dude, don't move, and I'm like, why? He's like, cause it's gonna feel your heat and turn around and like want to come after you. He's like, just let it go by, and then I was like, all right, what do I do now? Because like I've never been around like a rattlesnake. I've been around snakes, but not like a rattlesnake. So I was like kind of scared. And he goes, yeah, just don't do anything yet. And then all of a sudden I'm like, it's in the bush now. He's like, okay, you're good. Now put your bike in front of it when you're walking by to like, there's something that where it can't, if it decides to come at you, you have to worry about it. So I'm like, all right, cool. But it wasn't making any noise. And then the moment I started walking my bike, it started making the rattle noise. And it scared me so bad. And like, it's because like, it was so quiet and I didn't think about it. I'm like, oh, it's a rattlesnake. But then the rattle is like alarming. Like it scares you so bad.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, that was my first encounter with a rattlesnake live on the trail. since I've been here for 5 years, and you would think that I've seen them all the time, and that was the first time.
Yeah, I was gonna say in Arizona, I'm surprised that's your first one. Here in Orange County, SoCal area, we see them all the time.
Really?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
everywhere. They're huge too, the big brown ones.
Oof.
Yes.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm not a
Lauren
fan of
wanted
those.
to-
Noise. What's that noise?
Lauren wanted to know.
Oh, that's nothing. You don't worry about that.
Yeah, what is
Don't worry
that?
about it.
Well, we know which one it's coming from.
Nope, you don't know.
Lauren
nothing.
wants to know, did you DRD when you saw the snake there,
I
Eric?
would have.
You know, I have this weird thing that like I am like clockwork every day, so I don't get DRDs. It's like right when 6:42 a.m. happens, magic is happening no matter what, every day, no matter what. I'm timed.
6:42. You know what's happening. Where's the Reader's Digest?
So if I wake up tomorrow and I see the clock and I go, oh, it's 6:42. Eric.
Literally, people have told me that. They're like, dude, I looked at the clock this morning. It was this time. I'm like, yep, you're right.
Questioning coming on this now.
Yes. I'm pretty sure I have the trump card on the Facebook from National Geographic with their rattlesnake. Yes. You guys, I got to get this one on. Let's see if Air Blair will pick up and tell us his face-to-face snake story. This is good. Have you heard this one yet, Tony?
No.
All right, let's see if we can get him. Let's see. Let's see if we can get Air Blair on the phone.
Is it still raining in Cali right now?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna be.
Oh yeah,
raining.
it's snowing in Cali.
Yeah.
Dude.
Redlands, Holda Crooks, Loma Linda is literally just all snow.
We can see your breath. That's so weird.
Air Blair.
What's up, guys?
Yo, welcome to the podcast, man. Hey, Air Blair, can you?
I love the show. This is fun. Got 5 all-stars on this thing.
Oh, Tony counts 2. That's tell us a little bit about this National Geographic face-to-face snake story. This is a good one.
Yeah, so I can laugh now, but it was I think it was a year or 2 ago is when there was like rattlesnakes will come out so early, and I had literally like probably 5 or 6 experiences with rattlesnakes, and it was starting to get a joke. They're like, dude, what's up, Mr. National Geographic guy? What's up with all these rattlesnakes? And then I went down Car Wreck, which you guys are all familiar with, and I came down this one section that you seriously cannot stop. Like there's no way you can stop. And this thing, I swear to gosh, was so big and was stretched all the way across the trail. And in a millisecond, I'm thinking, oh God, this is not good. And then I'm like, how do I stop? Then I'm like, I'll just bunny hop him. And I'm like, if I bunny hop this thing and miss him, he's going to bite me. And then I'm like, I'll just run him over. And then I'm like, no, I'm picturing this thing in my wheels and bite me all the time. And I swear I don't know how I did it. I literally stopped at the last second, came off my bike down on a knee, and I was kneeling. And my tire, like slow motion, like in a movie, comes in slow motion and touches the rattlesnake, and he coils up. And we are looking eye to eye, and my 29-inch wheel is the only thing that's separating us. Oof. And I'm looking at him going, this is not going to be good.
Ooh.
This is going to be really bad.
Ooh.
And so I just looked at him. He still never struck at me. And I slowly started to pull back, and I'm pulling back up the Car Wreck, you know how steep it is.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I think I'm okay. And I started sliding right back into him really fast. I'm like, oh God. And he still never struck at me. And so then I stopped, and I'm shaking like crazy. And somehow, some way, I pull back a little bit. He's still coiled up looking at me. And I have this video. I think I shared it with you guys. It's crazy. I'll share it later. But I pull back, and he finally just kind of like looks at me for a few more seconds, and then just kind of just slivers off. And I literally text my wife, "Oh, honey, I think I just almost died." And she goes, "What happened?" I said, "Oh, I just had an encounter with a rattlesnake." She goes, "Come on, buddy." Okay. I had like 45 minutes left on my ride. Got home, I was still shaking, but that was my experience with a rattlesnake.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You should post that video out there because he was able to get his phone out and take a shot of this thing, and it was like a one of those reddish ones.
It was the reddish ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And I volunteer with the OC Parks now, and I was sharing it with one of the rangers, and they said, what's up with these red rattlers? And he goes, oh, yeah, those are the most aggressive. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Good to know.
Right. I wonder if that one must have just eaten something because it was so chill and docile for you.
Yeah, I agree. And I've seen a couple other ones literally in that section. I think there's a rattlesnake nest right there.
Good
I really do.
Lord.
And this one was a big one, but I think you're right. I think she must have ate something or was mama or she just taking care of it.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of them do. When the summertime, especially, they lay across the trail to digest in the heat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so that's what's kind of even more scary. Is you come around a corner. It's happened to me a few times when they've just been laying across, and luckily I've had a couple times where I've stopped. I've actually had a bunny hop one time at Whiting Ranch. But it's scary every time. Like you were saying, Blair, like you think that it's going to come up, and when you're near it, just snap at you real quick, like get your leg or something.
Yeah. We've all seen that picture where like the ones like all wrapped up in that person's derailleur, and the head's kind of like through the spokes and everything. Like, could you imagine how pissed that would be? Ooh.
These have iguanas.
I would sell the bike.
Right? And car wreck is like, I mean, what is it? Like this? There's no stopping.
No, you can't stop. No.
Good Lord. Blair, thank you for sharing that on the show, my brother.
Guys. Love you guys.
Hey, real quick,
fun show, man.
Before you go, plug the Laguna Beach Festival if you are allowed to.
I am. I've just kind of been doing a soft release on it. I've been working on it for almost 2 years, and the hardest part with Laguna Beach is so tough to just get anything approved, and then the location, which is the Laguna Festival of Arts, which is an incredible venue. It's where the Coast Film Festival is. It's where the Pageant of the Master is. So anyways, we just got the blessing for the date and the location and the city approval. So now, so excited, super excited. Adam Mock did the logo, and we're working on other logos together. And we got a long road to go, but super excited to just bring all the bicycle community together, not just mountain biking, but road bike, gravel, BMX, e-bike, everything. So super excited. We're going to keep sharing more. And thank you, Mark and Tony and all you guys for the support and Isaiah, and appreciate it.
Yeah, heck yeah. And tell the folks the social media platform where they can follow that festival coming together.
Okay, so it's Laguna Bicycle Festival on Instagram.
Nice. Laguna Bicycle Festival. Check it out. They've been putting in some hard work. A lot of good folks in SoCal are going to put that together. That's going to be a great venue. And just right down the street from some of the favorite trails. You pretty much ride TNA, then head on over. It's going to be good. Exactly. It's going to be good.
Awesome. Thank you guys,
Blair.
man. Love you guys.
Love you too, brother.
You. What you got going on over there, Eric?
Nothing. I'm watching the chat.
That's funny.
Laura said, "Who's scooping ice?"
Oh, you're not. No, actually, my chef wife is in the background cooking dinner right now.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You guys can do dinner.
She's gonna get everything. She's my prep cook right now. She's getting everything prepped for me, and then I'm gonna cook after the podcast.
Oh,
you guys get your dinner now.
So speaking of snakes, why are they the most deadliest, scariest things on the planet with no arms and no legs?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
They will
Anything
kill you.
that moves that quickly with no arms and no legs.
Yeah. There's only one other thing that moves really slow that'll kill you, and that's zombies. But we're not going to get into that.
Well, I think the teeth matter. I think anything that has large teeth, I'm going to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Their teeth aren't that big. I mean, their whole head is like
thing.
2 inches. You know what I mean?
I think comparatively to the body.
It's the thought of something that can get you no matter what you do, just like a zombie. Like no matter what you do, it's going to get you.
Does that kind of like fit into the same Chucky doll type of thing? Like little doll, but it's killing people.
I mean,
we have iguanas down here you have to watch out for. Just huge, like
they're massive.
huge. And my wife, she just texted me. She's like, "Got to tell a story about the iguana."
Yeah, let's hear it.
So we're just riding on the road, and we go back by the beach, and there's it's just paved and whatnot. But there's iguanas, like 4 or 5 feet long, just running. And I always joke that they sit back and they go, "Hey, look, a bike's coming. You think I can make it? You think I can make it?" So it's funny, like as soon as they're sitting there, docile as all get out, soaking up the sun.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, as soon as you get near it, they're like, "I got it." And they look right in front of you. So one hit, my wife hit one, flew up through her wheel, went above her, landed back, and his jaw was all crooked. And they're like, and I was joking. I'm like, "You messed his jaw up." So now he's going like, his buddies are like, "Gary, what happened?" He's like, "I don't know." I mean, it's sad that, but it's just, they do that. They just run out. And when I'm at this one trail, Amelia down here, they're all over the place. Like they just shoot out in front of you. You're like braking, and
they're fast too.
Significant.
They're super fast too. They're like really fast when they want to be.
And they're significantly large. Like if you hit one, it's like hitting a deer on your car.
I wonder if they're like jackrabbits, because out here where I live, because I live in northern Arizona, so like you're not in the desert up here. So jackrabbits are insane out here. They ripped my bumper off my car at one point.
What?
Yeah,
they have the horns, right?
The jackalobes. They're huge out here, though. They're like they're like, I don't know how much they weigh, but they're like the size of like a good size, like small dog. Like they're pretty massive.
Wow.
That's pretty big. I keep thinking that we'd see jackrabbits on the trails out here. Isaiah and Tony, do you guys get those crossings on the trail ever?
Night rides, I do. So if I'm riding at night, they'll just shoot past. Like Sycamore Canyon has a lot of just bunnies everywhere. And I don't know the specific name, rabbits, jack-o'-lanterns or whatever. But no, you'll just be riding at night with the head beam, and you'll just see them shoot out in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah, I see rabbits all the time, but I don't see the jackrabbits. The jackrabbits I've seen on and off the bike in the desert, though, like Joshua Tree, Palm Springs, that area.
They're
big.
I see a lot of deers where I'm at. Like I'll be just going through the forest, and all of a sudden there's just like deers flying over the trail, and I'm just like, "Don't kick me, please."
Oh man,
they're massive. They're huge out here.
See animals in nature. It is. But it is. It's like you're
Sometimes.
so used to not, and all of a sudden you're like, "Look."
Like, yeah, you see a lot where I'm at too.
Yeah,
Because, like,
it amazes you.
Like we see skunks, we'll see rabbits, we'll see deers, like on the trail. Like if you go early, because I try to get there, like during the summer, I try to get on the trail like kind of early. I'm on the trailhead by like 6:30 in the morning before work, and like there's just like animals everywhere. You're just like, "Oh my god, should I be here right now?"
Now you all are morning people?
No, hell no.
I hate the mornings. I just do it because it's the only time I get to ride.
I'm required to get up.
No, I can't start thinking about riding till about 11. Yeah, that's when I get my stuff going. I can't.
Oh
no.
man, Johnny and Tony would be there. Yeah, you guys
I'm
would be getting
old,
the.
so.
I guess for me, it's like I don't see what the rush is. Like I'll get there. I'm riding today, and I'm going to do it at my own pace. I'm going to go get a coffee. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to watch a couple of YouTube videos.
Yeah,
nice.
And then maybe I'll even eat a sandwich. Maybe it's late enough for me to eat a sandwich. And then 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock hits. Hey, I'm on my bike.
Oh, I wish I had that life. I got to be in the kitchen getting everything ready to feed all, because I'm the executive chef of like a community college out here.
Okay.
And there's just like 300 students are like, "I'm hungry now," and I'm like, "Oh god."
That's a lot. Like, you got a lot of people to serve.
Yeah, it's
See, that's why I started night riding a lot more, because you can just go the entire day. If it's like 100 and something out, you can just go the day hanging out, whatever, and then at night, once the kids go to bed, everything like that, you just get on the bike and go.
Yeah. We're kind of lucky out here too. Even in the summertime, if we have a day, we can go up in the mountains. You know, we can go up to Sky Park or Big Bear. Sky Park is
a dream.
When the hell? Sky Park's not going to be open for months at this point.
Man, I know.
That's my dream.
I just saw the trail builder, Brendan, he posted, and he's up to like almost his waist in snow. Like it is dumping up there.
Yeah.
I had a
they're
snowstorm too. It was insane. Like 2 days ago, it was insane. Like, because you guys, I mean, most of you know, I do the RV life. I've been living in my RV for like a year now, and it was like I thought my RV was gonna end up in Kansas. Like I was a little scared. Like it was pretty bad. Like the whole thing was just going, and I was like, I woke up at like 2 a.m. I'm like, what is happening out there? It was crazy.
Was that Toto? Oh my God.
Yeah, I was a little worried.
Did you have to shovel? You have to. Are you moving all the time, or is it like?
No, I stay in one spot in northern Arizona, but
Okay.
I just decided that I wanted to like compact, live small, sell my house, make some money. Figure out what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Coiling
awesome
up.
until you don't have any room for bikes.
He's coiling up to strike. I love it. I love it. MTV Raging is saying 5 feet of snow out that way.
I want
Good
to
Lord.
go to Sky Park so bad. That's like I want to plan a trip this year to do it.
Yes.
You should.
You should.
Worth it.
Because it looks like a playground.
I mean, it is too.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got it all.
And they're building new trails now, and so you get to check out the new ones, check out the skills park.
I gotta make,
Johnny,
I
if
gotta
you
make-
go, you just got to tell me. I'm going with you. Like,
yeah,
you just
dude,
tell me when you're
let's
going.
have a ride. I'm serious. Like I
Yeah.
want to do like a long weekend. 'Cause my wife wants to meet you all kids because she's a bigger fan than I am. I just
Because I don't even like you guys.
I do this because I have an email. She actually likes you guys.
He's forced to hang out with us.
But I seriously like every video I've seen of Sky Park, all of you guys, it's incredible. It looks like so much fun. It's like there's so many different things to do there. So many.
They have delicious cookies,
Oh my
Oh, now
gosh.
I'm in.
Yes.
Now
Yes,
I'm
they
in.
do.
homemade delicious fattos, big ones.
Oh,
Ripper
God.
loves Sky Park. Last time he was there
Yes.
with Mark, he was.
I would
going cake.
love to meet Ripper.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was a wild time going down the trail, and Craig was like in front of you, right? Or you were behind me, right?
Yes. I was
Or you're
filming
behind
you.
Ripper. You're behind Ripper,
I
and
was-
then
I was-
Craig was like screaming in the front, like, "What's going on back there?"
yeah. Ripper was calling out everything. We're
Yelling at
doing
everyone.
jumps. We're doing drops.
And you were pulling him up on your e-bike.
Yes. Yes.
E-bike.
Yes. That was good stuff. That was really
I-
good stuff.
I think it was a Rocky Mountain e-bike. One of the last times I was up at Sky Park, and it's scary because I don't want to buy an e-bike. 'Cause
Oh yeah,
That's
so
so,
easy.
it's a different
Just
kind of
go.
scary.
It is. Well, it was scary because I got up there very fast,
Yeah.
and then I just put in boost on the way down too. I was like, "This will be fun,"
Yeah.
and
Yes.
yeah, you just have a lot of. It's interesting. I definitely want one in the future, but I'm gonna wait a
Yeah.
little bit.
it's pretty. Here's what's funny. Like I got my decoy. Mark introduced me to the YT family, and I don't find myself riding it as much because out here you're not really allowed to. So like
So
it's kind of
did
weird.
you get you an e-bike?
Well, I mean, my wife's e-bike. Hey! Why don't you just relax over there?
I just heard her talking about my bike.
Yeah.
So like, I don't really ride it that often. There's only like one mountain you can ride it on out here. But now that I'm on like the Izzo, like I don't want to get off that thing. Like,
Oh.
oh my God, like I just want to go ride at all times. And it's funny because today I went down to Phoenix and we went for a little family ride, and I rode my Evil Reckoning, and I forgot that bike is so heavy. And I was like, because I've been spoiled on the Izzo, it's so light, it's like 27 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Lord.
what's the
Jeez.
point of even riding a bike anymore if it's not 27 pounds?
Wow. Now, so we got a couple Izzos out here. Johnny's got an Izzo. Tony, did you get an Izzo from YT?
No, but I've ridden it. I actually rode it in Sedona. Did a little video there with it.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bike.
Ripping on that thing.
Yeah, Joey, the
You did Grand
yeah,
Central on it. didn't
Changed
you?
my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hardtailing it for 24 years and finally got a Izzo, a full suspension bike. And the next day someone was like, "Oh, you went riding, where'd you go?" Talking about it. I'm like, you know what? My body doesn't hurt.
Yeah. It's nice.
It was the weirdest thing. Like I said, down here, I've been doing hardtail. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now
Yeah, that thing
full
climbs.
suspension.
It's insane how good it climbs. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I did a couple of mods to mine because that's what I do with every bike, but
Yeah.
geez, that bike can climb like nobody's business. It's like it's almost like the same concept of like when they talk about e-bikes, the fun going up and the fun going down. Like I actually had fun going up. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was still out of breath at the end, but like it wasn't as bad as being on the enduro, because I've been on an enduro for the last 2 years and not even knowing what a light trail bike's like. So when I started riding it, and I was just like, what? Like it makes you want to go faster. It's just crazy.
Dude, that's what Joey Yates said. Joey Yates said that his Izzo feels like what the decoy feels like. It's like you pedal and it just goes.
Yeah.
So,
Tony, when you did Grand Central on the Izzo, how did it feel? Because that's a pretty gnarly trail down.
It felt good. I feel like I will say that would probably for me be the limit of going fast in the like. I don't want to. If I'm gonna pick, I want to bring the Jeffsy or the Capra on like Highline.
Yeah,
Izzo could probably handle it, but it wouldn't be as fun.
Yeah, it's
just,
steep.
But Grand Central was perfect for it. Like trails like that and that whole area right there, where Applejack, Grand Central, I think Javelin is that one.
Teacup is over there too.
Teacup, yeah, all those trails, because like Sedona, it's almost like up both ways. So
yeah,
the Izzo is like a really great bike to have.
There is no easy in Sedona.
There is
like
no
you're paying,
ever.
You're paying the piper every time you go there.
Yeah, Izzo was a blast. But I had a really good time on Highline when I brought the Capra there too. The climbing kind of sucked on the Capra up there because I had the one that was the previous build. The new one's a little bit easier climbing, but Highline like just felt so confident with the extra cush.
Oh yeah, especially I'm sure for that shoot and then the stuff that follows the shoot.
Yeah.
Eric and I did the shoot together for the first time on Highline. That was awesome.
We did everything together the first time on Highline.
Well, and almost died.
Yeah, it was terrifying. I went back and cleaned everything with Steve, and I made Steve get into some hairy spots for sure. He was like, man, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm like, Steve, just do it, man. It's fun. You could do it. You could roll it.
Johnny and Isaiah, have you guys ridden Highline?
No, I've never been to Sedona.
I think I have, but I think the only I'm trying to think, because there was like Triple H or something, Hogs, Highline, and some other trail that these people were trying to get us on. But I've definitely hit Highline, and my favorite trail though is Hangover.
Oh,
tell them about the story of Hangover when I went with you the first time when we first met.
It was interesting. So we first met, and first he took us to Teacup, I think. Or
no. We went to Mezcal, and
sounds like a Hangover story.
Yeah. So we went there. We were hanging out, and then we're like, all right, let's hit Hangover Trail, and we start going up. And there was two. I think there was 2 people with us that had to go back or something.
Yeah.
Halfway up. Yeah, and it was rough getting up to the top.
2 miles
And
uphill.
then, just straight up.
Yeah, just straight up, like just going up a fire road forever, and you're just like, oh god.
And then we started going down, and that's when it got dark, right?
No, it was daylight, but like you guys were already like almost there, and then we called you. And then we could hear you talking, so we were yelling across like the mountain at each other. We're like, "Hey, where are you?" And like, we ended up getting like right before you guys were already starting the trail, and then we ended up getting like right before it, but we didn't know that's where Hangover started, and so we turned around and went back down because we had to get back anyway. And like we didn't realize
we were trying to find each other.
Yeah, we couldn't find each other, and we were just like, go over here. We're just like yelling across this canyon, like trying to figure out where we were at. And we didn't make it. And then we left.
No, you guys left.
I was like, nope, I can't do it. I'm done.
Yeah. And then we ended up finishing that trail. But another time we did it, Aaron and I think it was just me, Aaron, and brother-in-law Colby. And we were riding down, and all of a sudden it started getting dark. Ooh. And Hangover Trail is just exposure.
Yeah. So much exposure.
We didn't have any lights because we were smart, and we're like, all right, we just need to go fast. And also a very smart idea. We made it down unscathed, but eventually at the end we're like, we're walking this, because we got all the way down to the bottom where it's just rock rollers, or like you can roll anywhere, but there's a specific line you should take not to just fly off.
I can tell you there
And,
is a line that you don't take, and I took that line, and that was really terrifying at one point.
Yeah, the ones that just like go straight down and then there's a floor.
Yeah, there's a ledge.
rollout.
There's like a 3 to 4 foot ledge. Like if you can't see it right on one of the like gnarlier lines, and if you're not committed and you don't know, you just end up sliding and you're gonna just fall off the ledge. Like you don't have a choice. You can't stop.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No.
Whoa.
It's the scariest
Yep.
part of the whole trail, in my opinion.
Wow.
Is
I've
that
heard
last part where it's just open?
Where you're
Yeah.
going down the rollers, and you're trying to get down,
Yeah.
and it's like right before you start to cut back, like it's just like you're going straight down, and you have to commit, because if you don't commit, it's like you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna go over the bars.
Yeah.
Oof.
And I had done one time where I just got a caught tire and that was rough too.
Jeez.
But
Tony,
great trail.
Yeah, if you can do it.
I was gonna ask for Tony. I know Tony's done a lot of videos out there, but on the Hangover Trail, the skill level that's needed to complete that trail safely, what would you say? Like, can you?
You know what? That's one trail I haven't done.
Okay.
I'm my kryptonite is exposure, and I'm definitely freaked out about doing that trail because of that. Everyone that does it says like, yeah, it's there, but like you're not gonna fall over. But I know it's there, and it's like one of those things where like before you get a needle or before you get a shot, it's like the scariest part.
Yeah,
And then you get it, and you're like, whatever. Like, I just know the build up is like a lot more than actually doing it, but I haven't done it yet, so I have it on my list still.
Ooh.
I got a pedal strike on
It's all
one of the
there.
spots there where
Right.
there's like, Isaiah, you know how you have to like go up on some of the, like when you're going on it, there's to finish the trail, you have to kind of be on like rock slabs that are like slanted,
Yeah.
and you don't have a choice. And I got a pedal strike on one of those once, and oh my God, it scared me so bad.
Because it throws you the other way.
I put my hands down. I was like, all right, am I good? All right.
Oh,
Like,
geez.
down. It was terrifying.
But not to scare you, Tony. But that
Too late.
honestly, it's a super fun trail. It's very well made, and there's a couple spots, like one spot where you have to like duck while you're going around a corner. And that's the only part that I would say, if you're like worried about it, that's the only place I would say walk it. But other than that, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
It's really, I mean, like doing it's not that bad. I also went on Hangover within my first 6 months of like getting into mountain biking. So I shouldn't have been
Good
there in the
Lord.
first place.
Yeah, you have the skill
Wow.
set for sure, Tony.
Yeah, cool. I mean, I heard it's like Highline is the features are more difficult, but Hangover is overall freakier
Yeah.
experience. Is
I
that
would
true?
agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, I've cleaned Highline and stuff like that, so I know I can do it. It's just in my brain.
If you could do Highline, Hangover's nothing, honestly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
there's nothing that's like, other than stuff being really steep that you're
Like-
going down, and that's only in like one section towards the end when you're almost finished with the trail. The
Look at
rest
this.
of it is pretty chill.
Look at the exposure on your right. Oh, that guy's going over. Oh, that's single track sampler.
Yeah, it's some of it's like, the thing is, when you're in like mountain bike zen mode and you're riding a trail, you don't notice it when you're on Hangover. Like you're just like in your zone of like riding, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like you don't see, like there's a lot of exposure, but like honestly, there's the only time I ever saw a lot of the exposures, but I stopped and I looked at it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you're
I
actually
think
riding
the first like
you don't see
100
it.
feet, the first 100 feet you notice it, but after that it's
Yeah.
pretty just you're riding a trail. And
It's
that's
just
it.
fun, honestly, because you're just like, oh man, what's next? What's around this corner? And there's a couple like ducking spots where you have to go under rocks, and there's like trees and all that.
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah,
And
fun.
like
Tony,
a
have
tunnel.
you ever? Yeah. Oh, well, except there's still the exposure. Like that's
Yeah.
not covered. Like you have to duck like this from a rock, and then the exposure's on that side.
Yeah. But there's a tree
But-
that you could hug if you needed to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had my brother-in-law.
It's got
My
scratch marks on
brother-in-law tried not to duck, and he tried to just go around it because he was new at it, and he just slid down and he grabbed onto the tree. But he didn't keep sliding; he just stopped and
Yeah.
like grabbed onto the tree and came back up. It's not
Wow.
like a cliff, It's just a slant.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Right? It's like
Well-
for those of you who golf, when you see a tree next to a tee box and you see all like the pot marks in the tree, it'd be like on the trail, you see like claw marks on the tree, for people going over the ledge. Like
It's only terrifying when people are hiking there and like
Mm.
they don't notice you, or you come around a corner there and you're just like, oh my God, why are you even here right now? This is terrifying,
Yeah.
I've never seen hikers.
Oh,
on
I
the
saw
downhill.
a bunch one time. Like I've done Hangover Hangover. I've done it 3 times. And
Wow.
I think the 3rd time was when there was like a bunch of hikers. I was like, you guys are crazy. I can't believe you guys are walking this right now. This is scary.
And
No,
then
Eric, you
Tony,
did a-
have you ever? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say you did that great video, the white line. Is
Oh
that-
yeah.
is
I
that
won't
all-
ride that.
Like seriously, like it's not just a GoPro effect where you sit there watching on YouTube and you're like, oh, come on, Remy did it
Dude.
at speed.
Like that's the first on Friday. I'm bringing whoever's coming with me to go see the white line, and it is like, man, I'm not joking. Like I didn't want to ride it. Like, and I'm usually like, you know what, I'll try it. I'll see how I do. But the scariest part is like the turnaround part. Like that is
The down.
no camera does that justice.
at that
No
little
camera
tree.
does that justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
that was
right.
such a great
Straight up
video,
no.
but I'm like, is it that? Like, is it
Yeah.
just mental or is it?
No, it's
I've never been there, so
If you get a pedal strike, the consequences are catastrophic.
wow.
Like no joke. Like if you're,
And
I mean,
you're
there's
off camber. You're like,
Yeah.
you're like angled pedaling.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then on top of all the camber, besides that, it goes down like another like 20 to 30 feet, and then it's just a cliff drop,
Yeah.
like straight
Right.
down. Like there's you like if you could just like fall and land in some dirt or something, yeah, cool, no worries, try it. But it's not that. It's like
Yeah.
it's death. Like,
Well-
and if you don't fall, your bike is history. Kiss it goodbye.
Yes. Then you got all the Pink Jeep Tour people at the top of Chicken's Peak, and they're watching you.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they were all watching
"Do
me, and I was just like,
it!
they think I'm gonna do this. I was like,
Do
no,
it. Yeah.
no way.
Well, we were talking last time we were out there. We're like, I wonder if we can hike down and see how many bike parts we can recover. Like,
Oh, that's
Probably a
funny.
And then you watch Remy do it, and he just does it no problem.
Jeez.
First shot blows right through
Like
it.
speed record.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, like I want to get to that level, but I don't want to try this right now to get to that level. Put it that way.
and
Yeah.
have
Getting
you
the
guys
plates for
gone night?
dinner.
What's that?
He's getting the plates ready for dinner. or-
Chili pot. I had to hand over the chili pot for dinner tonight.
Oh, that's
Oh, delightful.
Ooh,
some
Yeah.
dinner.
have you guys been night riding in Sedona? That's the question.
No, but I saw
Oh.
your guys' videos, and I want to do that so bad.
Oh my gosh, it is so much fun.
What trails did you
Like-
guys do at night?
Soldiers Pass and I think Teacups on the way back.
Dude, I did Soldiers Pass and Teacup last Saturday. It was so fun.
It's so much fun at night. Like as long as you have the right lights, you need a helmet light and a bike light, because the helmet light can help you with turning around corners and seeing through the cracks of the rocks. But other than that, it is so much fun to ride at night. It's when we went up, it was cold, so
Oof.
you didn't have to worry about like. Well, it's nice. It's but
It's not nice right
Yeah.
now. It's so cold. It's like 28
yeah,
out
right now
It's
it's
snowing.
Yeah, it is not fun.
That sounds fun. Are the lines harder to read at night? Because I got some outbound lights, which I'm really excited to try out. But I have heard that things look completely different at night. Maybe to the point where you just do things you would normally not do in the day.
you'll get PRs. So you don't see the sketch look of anything. You just see like if there's like a gap between a rock that's doable, you're not going to see it because the light's just going to show you the top of it. So as
Oh.
long you'll see if it's like not doable because the light will start shining on the other side of it. But
Oh.
no, as long as you like, I would suggest a helmet one because around corners or anything like that, and then looking down, you can see more stuff as well. And then one on your bike.
Interesting.
But every
interesting.
time I go night riding, PRs, because it's just I'm not worried about anything. Like there's Sycamore Canyon is where we go night riding a lot too, and there's some spots where it's just exposure, but you don't see it. You're just riding the trail.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not a distraction,
Interesting.
basically.
It's not a
Right.
there's no
The shadows
distraction.
don't
Yeah.
throw you off.
No, it's so much fun. Have you been like night riding on any trails?
No, not down here. It's all closed.
Okay, well, highly suggested night riding.
Huh.
Danny's poking funny right now. Isaiah says, "So says the broken guy."
It's on daytime.
What a ducks.
100% of the time I go night riding. I can't say that because then it will happen. In the past, night riding, no injuries.
Nice.
So it's not really anything. We get broke in the daytime. That's it.
That's true. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it literally is true. Like where we look, our bikes seem to go, and there's a lot of things to look at in the daytime when you're like, "Ooh, that looks scary. That looks scary," and then you're there.
Yeah.
Trail Monster saying, oh, also, and thank you for the $5 donation to the show. He's saying the cholla bush is what we fear the most out here. Those things are pure evil. Those things are razor sharp, and the rattlesnakes hang out near them too. Anybody have any good cholla bush stories?
I don't know, but I kicked a cactus last summer, or not last summer, but last winter in Phoenix when I was going down a trail.
Out of anger?
No, well, I didn't kick it on purpose. I was pedaling and I was like going over a rock, and I guess I didn't notice it. And the dude I was riding with, he was like, "Oh, I got something in my foot," and I heard foot, so I looked at my foot, and then I noticed there was a big thorn sticking out of the top of my Vans.
Oh,
and I was like, "Yeah, me too." And then I went to go and it was like 2 or 3 inches. It was a big one, and I didn't realize it because I think I just was going through the trail and like kicked something, didn't realize. And I couldn't get it out. I had to get pliers to yank it out because it would not come out. I had to pull it out as hard as I could with pliers.
oh
Yeah,
Lord.
it was tasty.
Ooh.
A lot of those spikes have
Tasty.
barbs.
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
They have
It was.
the barbs going back, so when you try to pull it out, it's in there.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it wasn't good. It was not
See,
fun.
we just have alligators down here. You guys got all kinds of stuff where you're at. Just alligators. That's it. And Florida man.
We have dinosaurs.
Yeah, Johnny's
I'll
got
give
us
you that.
beat with the alligators. Those are dinosaurs.
I'll give you that.
Now check this out, you guys. Speaking of Johnny's area, this is a place in Florida that Single Track Sampler just put out there. Do you know where this is, Johnny?
What is that, Alafaya?
I think that's right. Yeah.
I have been to Alafaya. And it's, you guys talk about your exposure, and I get it. You get your exposure, you die. Here, you fall off. There's gators in that swamp next to you.
What?
No, thanks.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I've ridden there a couple times actually. And you get you go up, and especially the first time you do it, you look down and you're like, see that green stuff floating, and you can see some eyes poked up above.
Good Lord.
The water. Yeah.
Whoa.
It looks fun though. That looks like a blast.
It's like a roller coaster. It's like, again, it's like a high intensity training, interval training. There's a lot of flow, but it's a lot of up, down, up, and you got to bring your lungs. But
yeah, welcome to
it is a
Sedona.
lot of fun.
Yeah. How far is that from you, Johnny?
It's like 4 hours.
Okay.
Oh, really?
But I have a buddy that lives over there, so a few times I've been over there. We've gone riding there. But yeah, he rides it a lot better than me. But hopefully he does, because he's got 500,000 subscribers.
Whoa.
He better ride better.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun over there. There's another place called Bomb Boyette. It's kind of like that, a little bit tamer.
Now, is this a park? Is this a pay to ride park, or do you pedal to it and it's just open for you to ride?
I think that one, I cannot remember. No, it's not that one. I don't remember paying. You just park your car. Stuff on the left coast is cheaper than where I live. You can just park your car and go play.
Nice.
Bomb Boyette, I think it was Bomb Boyette. I forget which one it was. You actually had to ride 2 miles to get to the trails.
Whoa.
But yeah, this is a lot of fun. Wow. It's
that
taking me
looks-
back, makes me want to go.
Wow. That
So
looks
you were
like,
saying you have to go up, down, up, down, up, down. It just reminds me of what Tony was saying, because the thing is in Sedona, you get a little bit of down and then you pay for double up.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
you get a little bit of down and then it's triple up, and you're like, man, where's the payoff? And it's when we did the Highline that one year at the Sedona Fest, we went down, had all this fun, everybody was stoked, we were having a good time, and then it was 6 miles of misery.
No, this is just instant roller coaster. It's like, oh, I got a break. No, I don't. Oh, I got a break. No, I don't. Oh, I got a break. And this old fat guy, I just get worn out. But it's you take a break, you take a breather, but it's like one big fun roller coaster.
That looks like fun.
I know, right? I could see Johnny doing really good at Sky Park. It looks like feature heavy type of riding out there. Like
I gotta tell you, they're really not. That's West Coast, but if you pull up Virginia Key, that's 8 miles from my house, and that reminds me of Sky Park. It's very because Hurricane Irma came and blew all the trees down, and so they built it's all wooden bridges, wooden features, very technical, So I look at Sky Park and I go, oh, that's the Virginia Key over on the West Coast.
Is that? I think actually, I believe. Didn't Heather Munive just do a video on that location?
Yes. And I was like, son of a.
She beat you to
a Florida girl. I was just like, had I known, I would have headed over. And there was a guy who just put out a video the next day after she did it. And I'm like, did you see Heather?
Right. So that's right there in Miami?
Yeah, there she. Can we just applaud her dimples?
Yeah, Heather, we're applauding your dimples right now.
She's an amazing writer and amazing creator. I love watching her.
Yeah, her stuff is so good and so positive, and she's
her laughter while riding is so contagious.
Yes,
but that's enough.
I love when Heather and Madison ride together, and you could just hear their stoke like that, just pure joy of them having a blast on the bike.
This is where it's 8 miles. I'll usually ride sometime. I can't. When does the sun come back?
What is it? Is it April? Is it April? We spring forward an hour. Yeah.
I will ride there. It'll be an 8 mile ride to the trailhead, and I'll do a few trails and then ride home. But right now, it's like you get home and you got to fast forward through all that.
We don't even get that in Arizona because we don't change time.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. You guys are smart.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of sucky. I wish we had more daylight at times.
So this is your Sky Parkish type place with tons of features.
Go. Get the scroll till there's some wood.
All right, gents, I gotta get off the old chat because my wife's gonna murder me for not making dinner yet.
Right, and for stealing her bike.
Yes, you bike stealing fool you.
You know what's funny though? She stole the Izzo today though, and she rode that thing and she loved it.
Raging is saying I'm sold on the Izzo. Hey man, we will see you in Sedona just within a couple of days.
Yeah, and about what Thursday night, Friday morning, or something like that.
Yes, sir. We'll be trying.
Is it that quick? Holy cow! You guys are going this week?
Yes.
Yeah, this next weekend we'll be there ripping it up. I mean, I don't know how much we're really be ripping it up, to be honest, because of the rain and the weather, and it's supposed to snow on Wednesday in Sedona. So I'm like, we'll have to see how the weather goes, and it's supposed to snow tonight and tomorrow still. So
that's some good footage, though.
I mean, the Sedona trails, when they're wet, it is not good. No, I mean, for number one, they'll murder you for being on the trails during the rain. Mm-hmm. But number two, like the Sedona trails, when they get muddy, it is like absolutely dreadful. Like the smallest little bit of mud, everything you own is red then at that point. Like, it just goes everywhere. Like when I was there last weekend, it was fairly dry, but there was a couple of like shadowed spots that had a couple of like wet spots, and man, like tiny little bits just flung up everywhere. And I was just like, all right, I guess my pants are now red.
Do you think the skills park will be open at the festival? Does that get rideable?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that tends to do pretty well because even though like it'll get wet, that dries pretty quick because it's pretty hard packed there.
Okay.
It's like the trails where there's a lot of trees is where it gets a little too soft.
Got it.
But I think, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Like, I think if we get like a nice dry couple days after the rain on Wednesday, we should be okay. But we'll have to just see. I mean, I'm sure people will still be riding in certain places. So
shred fest one way or the other.
I know we rode last year in the rain and it was crazy. Like it was nuts. Like there was rain everywhere.
I wonder if they should change it from March to November because man, when we did November that one year, it was gorgeous.
That was
Okay,
the best
remember that,
time.
Tony? That
Yeah,
was such good weather.
yeah,
It's
we got
so
lucky.
good. And then
Yeah, I feel like they should, honestly. Like, there's a local bike shop out there called Thunder Mountain Bikes, which, by the way, is an awesome shop. Like, if you've ever gone to Thunder Mountain Bikes or you know anyone there, I went there last weekend because I was having problems with my derailleur, and I met a new mechanic named Mikey, and that dude is just like rad. 30 years of experience, just can grab your bike, goes through everything so fast, gets it done. But yeah, Thunder Mountain Bikes, if you're out there, if you ever need to stop in there. But I was talking to them about some stuff. I want to see if like they have any influence or pull of like changing the times, because like this is 2 years in a row that it's just bad weather the first time in March. But like you said, Mark, in November it was awesome.
that was so awesome. Yeah, that was so good. Yeah, Isaiah was there. Everyone was there. November was so fun. Felt like summer, and it was November.
And then the next one, it was just like wet.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, quick question. Is Brett and Unspoken going to be at
Oh,
Sedona?
absolutely. Him and I have some shenanigans planned for sure. Like we have some stuff going on. Like him and I mapped out some stuff we're doing, and like whoever's gonna tag along. But we're mobbing, man. We have some fun
hating
stuff
that
going
I'm
on.
missing this.
Oh man. I know.
We're gonna have some fun. I think he's
Great.
coming out Thursday night, and we're hanging out. But yeah.
Dang.
Awesome.
It's funny, Mark, you were talking, I'm about to get off, but Mark, you were talking, it was funny because you were saying like, we are now the new like Sedona, like people, you know what I mean? Like who everyone gets together. Like now we have this giant crew going this time.
I know. It's it's so crazy how that happens.
Did you guys see this video I posted today?
Yeah.
Yes, when your chain is like
ridiculous.
yeah,
I was so mad when that happened.
Did your chain really break on this?
Oh no, it snapped. You hear the pop? It's like
Oh.
clink. That was the chain popping.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's the chain talking. I love
Yeah,
that.
chain didn't care what I had to say. And it's funny because if you listen real closely, my daughter's in the video. She's like, "Whoa!"
Okay, here we go. Playing the audio on this. Here it comes.
When you're climbing a rocky spot and your chain master link decides it's had enough.
That's what you thought, mother.
That's good stuff, bro.
That's funny.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
I think I'm gonna have a little more of Chain Man there whenever I can. So, all right, guys, you guys have a good evening. Thanks for letting me come out and
So
and
great
chatting with
to
you.
hear from you, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
thanks-
See you,
Johnny
man.
again.
I can't wait for the trip for you to come to Cali and we go hit Sky Park. So
Let's
you
do
just
it.
let
Let's
me
do
know,
it, man. I will totally.
All right, guys, I'm out.
All right,
See
brother.
ya.
See you in a couple
Good to
days.
see you, man.
Riding dirty.
Okay,
There's-
now that he's gone, let's start. No, I'm just kidding.
And then let's see, Tony, I'm pulling yours up. You had some good stuff. I think on your Patreon. Is your latest video still on Patreon, or did it make it out to YouTube yet?
It's still on Patreon, but you can show it if you want to. The one in Slow?
Yeah, the Slowtown one. You beat the storm.
Yeah, I got one day in before it got insane there in the Central Coast. I was in Morro Bay this week. I left a day early because the wind was so insane. It was like a hurricane. The street signs were going crazy. It was like the storm before we got the storm here.
Wow.
And there was no way I could ride that the next day. It got too punishing. It was like blow you over for sure without even jumping.
Yeah, that was you actually, if I remember right, your trip was cut short by just a day, right? You had to come home a little earlier.
I left early. I mean, I could have stayed for a day, but everything in Morro Bay, it's like a sleepy town. Everything closes at 8, which is cool, but all the restaurants were closed. That's how bad the weather was. So it's just like, I was just like kind of in this hotel room, like, hey, like nothing going on. And I just kind of left and came back and edited for the last couple days.
Is that video coming out this Monday? Do you have a new one coming out this one, or
Yeah,
is it
Monday.
the Patreon one that I've seen?
Montana de Oro State Park in
yes.
San Luis Obispo, Los Osos, it's called, the little town there, and it's a beautiful state park. There's a ride that I didn't get to do. I'm going to go back in a couple months and do Oats Peak. It's probably the prettiest place I've ever ridden.
Wow.
Honestly, like the trails are super fun, but the view of the Pacific coast, like we have views in Laguna, but this rides like the whole trail system rides the coastline, so you just see the fog and the waves crashing on the beach while you're climbing up. It's perfect temperatures. It was actually a little chilly, but
Does Oats
it's like a painting.
Does it take off from Montana de Oro, or it does?
It's Hazard Peak Trail. It starts in bottom of Montana de Oro and it goes all the way up.
So
Yeah, dog.
great. Yeah.
Get
So
that
cool.
doggo.
I
Yes.
love a dog.
Hey, you guys, I'm gonna jump too. I gotta help out with dinner a little bit too. The chili's on its way, so I'm gonna
Chili's
say
on its-
peace out.
Yes,
Thanks for having
Tony.
me.
Tony, thank you for jumping on. And then anything coming up this or give a quick plug to your Patreon because I love your Patreon.
Thanks, man. It's $4 a month. Group rides every single month. Early video releases, product giveaways, all the good stuff. And we have a really great community over there. So it's Outsider MTB Patreon. Head on over and join the group.
Yeah, group rides are so fun. You got a great squad already. And then also talk about Thursday nights. We got the Tony DaSilva show with Mr. Meatball. Talk about that
Mr.
real quick.
Meatball, every Thursday at 7 p.m. I think it's like right after your show. We're doing
Yes.
live streams every week where it's
That's
kind of like
awesome.
local news, Outsider, and Mr. Meatball's hijinks, mountain bike news, and then just hang out in the chat and say hello to everybody.
That's
They're
awesome.
fun.
7 p.m. every Thursday. Got to tune into that. And the newest cast member to Tony's show is Mr. Meatball. He made his
Should Mr.
debut.
That's hysterical, that thing.
Who thought of that? How did you cast him? Where'd you find him?
I don't know. He just kind of pops up here and there.
You gotta lock him down on a
ridiculous.
contract.
Seriously, that's ridiculous. I love it.
Sorry, I had to do a little Mr. Meatball.
That's amazing. He
It's
had it ready.
amazing.
That was like
Yes.
no hesitation either. It was just ready there
It's just
on the table.
boom, meatball.
He kind of looks like a Freddy Krueger meatball. He doesn't look that good.
Bring back Mr. Meatball again.
Oh,
MMT Radio say
Mr.
Mr. Meatball's
crazy.
free.
Oh, that's
What, you want him
hilarious.
back?
Yeah, more Mr.
I was-
Meatball, please.
I was watching
right, here
one with
he
you and Adam Mock, and I was dying when that thing kept popping up.
How about I say goodbye as Mr. Meatballs?
Mr. Meatball, one
That's
question before you
great.
go, sir. One question before you go.
What do you
How
got?
does it feel to be on the Tony DaSilva Outsider show?
I feel like I'm more the show than he is. So I feel like this is what you come to watch, and he's just the sideshow to me.
Well,
That's it.
The side looking, totally right.
He's looking over at Isaiah. Thank you, Tony,
Oh,
for
God,
jumping
it's
on. I
terrible.
appreciate it.
Sorry,
Don't
you
forget-
guys.
Meeting you, man.
Yes.
Sorry about
Tony,
Mr. Meatballs. He's kind of his own thing, you know.
Oh, he's hysterical.
me down.
All right.
Every Thursday
Bye,
night,
guys.
7 p.m.
Love ya.
Mr. Meatball.
Bye.
Tony DaSilva, the
Pleasure,
Outsider.
Tony.
I love it.
And it's
Oh.
down to 3.
Down to 3.
Okay.
Spokesman's in the chat. He says, just join Outsiders Patreon. Oh, you're
Hey,
going to
there we
love
go.
it. You're going to love it. Steve, it's going to be so fun. Air Blair is saying the side look with the eyes of Meatball is
That was
classic.
hysterical.
Oh, man. So I've never ridden, Johnny, I've never ridden in Florida. I do want to. It looks,
You really should.
and
You
Isaiah,
really should come visit.
I want to. That'd be so fun. Have you been,
Everyone's
Isaiah?
been doing it.
Right?
Not really out that way. The furthest I rode a little bit in Michigan because my sister moved out there with my nephew. But yeah, that's as far that
Michigan,
way that I've gone.
Florida.
I think yeah, the furthest really I've gone that way is Arizona, other than a little bit of riding in Michigan. So I really haven't gone that on the East Coast riding at all. But when eventually when they station me over there, I'll head down there and say hi.
Wait a minute. Wait. I missed you. You just breezed over that part. You're getting stationed over there?
No. Well,
Oh.
there's only 3 locations that we get
Whew.
stationed: East Coast, West Coast, and overseas. So, eventually, in the next 12 years or 10 years, I will get stationed over there. So when I do, I'll definitely head down to, because we'll be in North Carolina, and we'll just take a trip down to
Oh,
Florida.
yeah. There's,
Yeah.
I've heard there's some kind of riding in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I've
Cruise
seen
out
it.
there,
It's flat.
Yeah.
like
Well,
Seth
for
and-
you, who's California, everything's flat. See, if I go out there, I'm dead.
Oh no,
I
you're
can't
gonna have,
breathe. I'm like, underwater. Here I can't. I do any kind of climbing, I'm crying.
You'll have a blast, Johnny.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of a blast, I want to highlight this real quick because this was funny. I love this short right here. For the folks who haven't seen it, I want to
cool.
show.
Now, see, that one's not the finished one.
Oh, there's a. Let me see.
You got to go on the Instagram as the finished one. I didn't finish that one. I actually posted that and then I watched it and I go, oh, I didn't. But you can do it.
Okay, so
Doesn't matter. I'm a little itty bitty channel with whatever.
this is awesome because we all know that awesome feeling when you get a new bike and you see the shipping date, you see the details, and you're like, it's got to be here today at whatever time. You know, it's on the truck, it's on its way. And I think Johnny does such a good job with this right here.
Yep.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me get the.
No audio yet.
Now you've ruined it. It's just
God.
Here it comes.
Isn't it? It's just a garbage truck. It's just the lawn guy. No, it's just the neighbors being robbed.
They're messed up.
It's just a garbage truck.
But the last one is you hear a backing up beep, beep, beep. And I'm like, no, honey, it's your car just being repossessed.
That's
And
good.
then and this one right here. So Johnny has been clipless, and now did you switch to flats with the Izzo?
Yes, and I got to tell you, it is significantly different, but not in a bad way.
Yeah. So like,
well, growing up, there was no clipless, so you had flats growing up, but you had nothing but these little cheese graters for your shins. And now that I've got these P&Ws, it's almost as if your feet are clipped in.
yes, nice and sticky. But
Oh
yet you
yeah,
can
like
get
I've
out.
got some. I got some shoes. I forget what I got, but seriously, like it's not a big difference. What is that noise?
I think
Is
that's
that your dog chewing on something?
I think that's the fire popping.
Oh,
Yeah, so comfortable.
No,
Oh, look at
no,
this.
but what's
There's
funny
some wind.
it literally is. I was afraid of going flats, and then when I started riding, I'm like, okay, my feet are so clipped in on the flats that I'm having trouble adjusting my feet while I'm riding. The technology is amazing. 24 years of being clipped. I've been so clipped in that you guys don't even remember this because you were probably just a baby, but I had the strap,
the clips.
the actual strap. You put your foot into the strap. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
when I first started riding. I had the straps, and then I went to the actual click.
Whoa.
And
Now, wasn't
then-
there a cage at one point that your feet would go? Is that what you mean by the
Yeah,
strap?
it was a plastic. Where's my foot? Where's my hand? Plastic strap this way, and then there was a strap that went over it, and you stuck your foot in, so you couldn't get your foot out. and when you got your foot out, you actually had to flip the pedal like that real quick while you're riding and slap your foot in.
Oh man.
Yep.
I'm an old man. Sorry, folks.
Folks been saying toe clips. Toe
I'm out.
clips.
Yeah. That's why they're called clipless, is because they don't have that anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't.
Ah,
It still clips in, but the clipless is the cage part that's missing.
Yeah. The
gotcha.
We can bring the cages back. Let's bring the cages back.
Oh man, can you imagine a pedal strike with the cages on there? Parts flying off everywhere. All right, let's take a look at this.
Looking at my face on this thing.
This is Johnny going to flats. Oh,
How do your feet stay in? There's no clippy thing. I'm so scared. It's so big. Help.
I love it.
Yeah, well, folks.
Johnny.
Big
It's
dumb
so
animal.
good. It's so good. And then this one, you got to tell a story. Let me find it. This is the toothbrush one. Where's the toothbrush one?
That's the one back there, right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, let's watch this one,
Here
guys.
we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
I find it
Here it comes.
Do you love washing your bike? But but hates spending thousands of dollars on cleaning utensils, only to not know which brush cleans what, especially in those hard-to-reach areas. Then why not try a toothbrush? That's right, a toothbrush will help you get in those little itty-bitty crevices. But remember, don't put it back in the holder, or you'll end up like this guy. What? Do you love watching?
Big dumb animal.
How do you come up with those, Johnny? And is that your voiceover in there?
Yeah, that's me. I just the back. I'm just again a big dumb animal. I actually bought black toothpaste for that bit, and I had that. And I've had it for months. And like I was saying earlier, I have all these goofy little things right here, but to find the time to do them. It's I don't know how like someone, and I get the Colorado, I get he sets off time for the weekend or something, and talking to, oh God, it's like 15 o'clock here. Sorry,
Seabass and
Seabass. Yes, thank you. That's just what he does. So for me to come up with these bits, it's like I want to do more. But to find the time, I've got 2 dogs.
It's hard to find that time. It definitely is hard to find the time. But man, the stuff is so good. For example, your new bike day. Let's get this up here real quick.
Can I tell you, thank you for all the people who watch my new bike day. It makes me think that I need to do more of that kind of stuff because nobody watches me talk. That video has just now crossed over 1,000 views.
Wow,
which is my biggest. So, but yeah, that kind of. Oh my God, are you going to keep playing stuff for mine?
Yeah, let's get it. 3 minutes and 23 seconds. This is good. Yeah, I think this is.
I'm out. Where do I hit the out button? Leave.
Leave. Good. This one's so good.
Just let people just fast forward to the part where my pretty wife is in it.
And I actually, speaking of that, I actually have to go put my kids to bed.
Isaiah's out.
Yeah.
Isaiah, you want to see this new bike day video real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nobody wants.
We're doing it now.
All right, here it comes. New bike day video. Johnny U queued up and ready to go. Here we go, folks.
Hey everyone, Johnny U here. Today is new bike day. You guys probably already know that because I posted on the Instagram because it's the law. As you can see, I've got a YT there. That is the Izzo Core 2. I went with the Izzo Core 2 because it went well with my wallet. And I'm going to do an unboxing. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So come on, come. And here it is. Look at this. I'm just going to go ahead and act like I'm opening this for the first time.
God, we're going to watch
you
the
guys.
whole thing.
Welcome to the family. I'm a YT family member. As you can see right here, it says me first. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this over to a table. Well, it says me first. I want the bike, but rules are rules. Welcome to the family. Cool. Read the fucking manual. Read the manual? What? Wait, that may have been a bad choice. Hold on. Ooh, it comes with tools. I don't know how to use these. Silly. Ooh. It comes with a torque disc. I'm so excited. I've always wanted one of these. And the best part, it comes with stickers.
So good.
And now the time you've all been waiting for. The bike. I got goosebumps. Well, it's cold here in Miami today. We have a day of winter, so I got goosebumps because of that.
I'm embarrassed.
So now it's time to build this thing. You ready to put this baby together?
Got this.
Oh, Lord.
Nurse, I'm going to need a torque wrench.
Jesus.
Clearly an Allen wrench. Torque wrench.
It's a torque wrench.
Exactly. Now I'm going to need a drill. Yeah, a drill. This is essential. Grips. Let's go with a grinder.
This is so embarrassing right now.
That can't be good. I think she's going to pull through one final thing. Shock pump.
I'm gonna use my pillow as a sponge.
Well, folks, there she is. I am so happy with the way she turned out. I had a little bit of help from my wife because I'm not very technical, but she is a beaut. I think we should probably take a second to stare at it. Cue the sexy music.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Mark, I'm gonna have to unfriend you after this.
IT is up. 2023. Years now. Live uncaged. Oh yeah. Look at that thing.
Listen to that fire fliver the wind.
Well, folks, I just want to thank you all for coming along and
Get out of
watching
there.
my bike unboxing and my.
I'm gonna go cry. I'm gonna go cry now.
Johnny, I will say, Johnny, your videos are very dynamic. Like
Thank you.
there's something changing or something happening within every 5 seconds to keep people engaged. And it's very dynamic it's not the same thing just straight through. It's something that surprises you and you have to look forward to. So I enjoy watching them.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yes.
No, I really mean it. And you had sent me through Instagram. It was so funny because I'm getting this Instagram. I'm scrolling all this information about, some information about how to up your stuff. And then all of a sudden it was Isaiah. And he was just, oh, I'm a trail dog, by the way. And I'm like, oh, I met you through Mark that one time. But it was just like,
Yes.
oh my God, what is this great? And then I'm like, oh, he's actually helping me out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Who's
appreciate
just
that.
spamming me?
I've taken in a lot of that information that you sent and
Good.
certain times to post and yada, yada, yada. It actually helped me out a lot. So thank
Good.
you.
Yeah. I realized after I sent everything that whenever I pop up on things, it's TrailDogs. It's not just me. And when I sent it from me, I was like, I should probably tell them who I am first.
Yeah, it was funny. It was just like this, like a paragraph, like it's huge. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I met him. So
Yeah.
I was like, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
But
It was the one time you met me when you're like, who makes your socks? I was like, I don't know. And I was like, the guy who makes socks, and it's actually the sock guy is who makes them. So I was
the
like, well,
sock
someone
guy.
might.
Yeah, the sock guy.
Everybody has one of those, a guy.
No, and you have the most
Yeah.
adorable family, by the way. You've been posting a lot of you and your family lately, and it's just a great, beautiful family. You're very, very fortunate.
Speaking
Yeah,
of,
we've
look
been-
at this. Haley
Oh, yeah.
Bernstein. Isaiah, I got the kids. You're good.
MTV Nick
awesome.
316, thank you. Big supporter. Really appreciate you, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw somebody's story down by him. Holy Crooks is snowing, like complete snowed out. Like everything above a certain point isn't even like rideable because of how much just snow there is. But I think I saw it either on his or somebody that lives over there in that area.
Whoa.
By Nick.
Yeah. It's crazy weather right now, and Johnny's in a heat wave over there. It's
That's
so
crazy.
different, man.
Just come to California now.
Yeah, I really should. I'm going to Maryland this weekend, but I got to plan a trip. I can't stand it. It's like it's getting to the point where it's annoying.
Yeah,
It's
we gotta
sweating too much.
get you out here, and then vice versa. We gotta get out there. I mean, those parks look so fun, and the
And
weather.
I have a boat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You mountain bike one day, you go boating the next day.
dude,
It's a horrible life.
that sounds awesome. That sounds
It's a horrible life.
I knew there was some reason people moved to Florida.
Yes. Guys, well, we've been at it
Yeah.
on this rainy day for almost 2 hours. I know, Johnny, you're approaching 11 o'clock there.
Why
on
did
the
I say yes?
zone. Lauren, thank you so much for letting Johnny come out and play. I know you guys are watching the show, and this has been so fun. Johnny, go ahead and plug your social media and YouTube for folks who.
There ain't nobody watching me.
Oh yeah.
No, literally, I can't thank everybody enough for supporting my little channel and my little Instagram. It's coming along. it's moving along. I feel like I need to do more, and I'll try to do more. But just thank you, everyone who has supported me. We've got this guy, Venikava. I don't know if you
coming
guys
up.
know Elias.
Yes.
He
Yep.
does some jumping stuff, and he's built some jumping things. So he's going to be on the show next Monday or Monday. That's
Coming up.
It's coming Monday.
Yes.
yeah. So
In a
if
combination.
everyone wants to hear him talk, you guys probably know him well.
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
really good guy. And
I got to tell
such
you,
great
like
trail builder.
he's been a fan of the show, and he's just the back and forth on the Instagram, the DMing. I think I'm going to have to be on my game. Like, he seems like a hysterical human being and quick-witted.
Definitely so. And just a good whole all around dude, family guy, great
Yeah.
mountain biker. God, a lot of skill. That guy sends it
Mhm.
and builds some epic trails, and he's getting the community together with this new trail that he's about ready to release to
Yep.
the public. It's going to be so good.
I'm excited to have him on. He
Yes.
seems like he's a
I'm excited
character.
to watch that.
Yeah, me too. That's Monday. What time's that one, Johnny? Monday?
5 p.m. your time?
5 p.m. our time, Pacific time, 8 p.m. Johnny's time, Eastern time.
Yeah.
Man, that'll be a great way to start off the week. Heck yeah.
It'll be
That's
my
awesome.
drive home, so perfect.
Yes. Mountain Bike Q&A. Take a look at it on Instagram and on YouTube. Johnny U Mountain Bike Q&A. You'll see his you'll see this logo when you
Go
guys
get your bikes dirty.
check it out. Yeah. I love that right there.
Look at that.
Dang,
Hold it.
I love your
is-
new logo. That's awesome.
this is
Adam Mock
beautiful.
knocked it out of the park.
You made our new logo too. That
Dude.
he's
Really?
an amazing artist.
It's amazing.
The
Amazing.
fact that he did it without even like he just one day I got a text saying check your email.
Yes.
And it was there. Like I had never asked him to do it. He goes, I had an artistic itch I needed to scratch.
He's
And
such
I'm
a
like,
good guy.
I don't know how to pay you back. I'm just gonna hold on to him. Like, if I ever see him,
Yes.
you're gonna have to pull me away because it's just gonna be a
Hug fest.
I'm not gonna be able to let it go.
We'll be at Sky Park doing laps. Come on, guys, quit hugging. Let's go.
No, you guys keep going. I just want to hold
Johnny
on
and
to Adam.
Isaiah, how about for the Trail Dogs? What do you guys have coming up soon?
We're actually, because some of us are broken, we're just trying to find ways to plug into the community and still do all the stuff we're doing. So we did the Jump Jam last month, had everybody at our jump line. So we're going to try to continue that. And some of the Trail Dogs will be out in Sedona as well.
Nice. Get some footage there. And I know you and I have been texting back and forth to get some content going. So let's definitely do that. And I look forward to that. So guys, and to everybody on the chat who's here, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it on this rainy day. Hope we were able to talk some trail talk with you guys, get you guys a little bit of that stoke that you missed on the trails today. And let's let these trails dry out so we can go enjoy them soon, right?
Yep.
And with that being said, we will see you guys out on the trails.
It was great to see you, man. Mark.
You.
Seriously.
Fantastic hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, it was
So
great.
fun.
My wife hates me, but it was great to hang out with you guys.
Good night, everybody. Great to see everybody. Johnny U, Isaiah Bernstein, Tony the Outsider. We had Senate Frankie.
Great
We had
to see
Tara
everyone.
Blair on the show, and Riding Dirty out of Arizona, and all you guys in the chat. Thank you
MTV
so
Nick
much.
316. Keep it
Oh
away.
yeah. We'll see you all later. Yo.